Hi, I'm Tiffany of TipStitched and I'm back with a new video. This video is the 5 questions 1 take challenge, and I was challenged or tagged by Judith Dee of Judith Dee's World. I'll put a link to her YouTube video down below, so definitely go and check her out, and thank you for the challenge. It took me a little while to do this, but I'm here and I'm going to do it now, and I have my 5 questions. The first question is, if you were given a paid sabbatical to spend a year living anywhere in the world, where would it be and why? I don't know specifically, but it would definitely be somewhere on an ocean, like an island, preferably. Probably the Caribbean. I've never been to, let's say, Turks and Caicos or maybe Barbados. It would definitely be an island, somewhere where I could have nice warm weather and an ocean breeze and sandy beaches, and I love the beach, so hands down it would be some tropical island somewhere. Number 2 is, who was your favorite teacher growing up and how did they influence you? Well, my favorite teacher, and I had a couple of good ones from grade school all the way through professors in college, but I'd have to say the one that stands out is Mrs. Brown. She taught me in 4th grade, and she's one of my favorite teachers because she always encouraged me to be the best that I could be. She also allowed me to be teacher's pet because I sucked up and I was a good student, so we had a great relationship. She was a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and so when I attended college, I pledged Delta Sigma Theta thanks to her and some aunts and some other family relatives and friends. But yeah, she's been a great influence. I actually still see her every once in a while when I go home. I ran into her earlier, actually no, that must have been last month. Was it October? I ran into her and she came up to me and still said me and my sister were her most favorite students, and she taught school for a long time. So she may tell a couple of people that, but me and my sister are definitely in the top of her list of favorite students. Anytime we run into each other, we hug and catch up, so it's great. Number 3 is, sorry, my phone locked. Name 3 things besides sewing that you're good at. I actually read these questions before I sat down to do this video in hopes that I wouldn't have to stall too much to do this in one take and wouldn't have to do much editing, but coming up with 3 things I'm good at is actually sort of a challenge. 1, I'm really good with numbers. I'm a math major, that's my background, so I'm really good with numbers. I remember numbers easier than words, so I can forget people's names, but I may remember like the date I met them or just some odd random number fact. It actually helps with sewing sometimes because I'm really good at remembering pattern numbers, because numbers just stick easier with me than words. Number 2, second thing I'm good at, I'm really good at color matching. I think that sort of plays into sewing too, but it's really a totally independent skill. So even before I ever started sewing, I had a real eye for if I had a blue dress at home and I was out looking, I could find blue shoes that were almost the exact shade of blue, so I knew that they would go together. Oftentimes people thought that I would buy, like, you know, people buy whole looks off a mannequin. People would think I did that, but I may have gotten 3 pieces from 3 totally different stores or 3 totally different brands. So I'm pretty good at matching the hues or shades of colors, I think. I get that from my dad. He's an artist, so maybe that helps. 3rd thing, I'm really good at doing stuff by myself. Is that a skill? Probably not, but I'm really good at doing stuff by myself. For a long time before I was married, I would do concerts and restaurants and whatever I really wanted to do by myself. I have never really traveled too intensively by myself, but sort of. I don't have a problem with that either. I'll explore a city and get around by myself. It doesn't bother me. The only thing I think I haven't done by myself is go to the movies. And that probably has more to do with the fact that I don't love movies than anything else, to be honest. But anyway, if that's a skill, that's going to be my 3rd one because I can't think of anything else. Oops, I lost my list. Oh, here we go. Number 4, do you cook? Not really. What meal or recipe are you most known for? Like I said, I don't really cook. I try to leave that to my husband. I think he's better at it than me. He would argue that, but regardless. Lots of people like my chicken pot pie. I can't speak to that because I don't eat it, but I do cook it. I make a really good tomato soup. I like it. Yeah, that's all I can think of. If you don't cook, which I prefer not to, what meal or recipe do you most like to have made for you? My husband makes a really tasty curried chicken dish. He sort of cheats because he gets the curried chicken pre-seasoned from Trader Joe's, and he mixes in some curry sauce, and then he adds some stuff, I don't know what, basil and peanut butter, I don't know what he adds. He has a whole bunch of stuff in there, and he'll do it over some jasmine rice, and it is delicious. I'm really going to end up asking him to make that now because he hasn't made it in a while. Now I'm thinking about it. Anyway, that is my favorite thing to have made for me. Or secondly, my mother's homemade chicken noodle soup is delicious. She only makes it about once a year around Christmas time, but it is great. It's delicious. Like, the kids fight me for it. It's a battle in our house. Like, I hide a separate bowl in the back of the refrigerator just so there's still some left for me, even though everyone else thinks it's gone. Yeah, her chicken soup is the truth. But back to whether I like to cook real quick. I don't like to cook. I can cook in the sense that I can follow a recipe. You know, you give me some steps, you give me the ingredients, I can make it happen. But I'm not like a true cook. Like, I have friends and family that just put stuff together and decide these things would taste good together and sprinkle a little extra of this, and they do everything by taste, and that's not me. I need Pinterest in all recipes, in Publix apron. I need step by step. Take me through what you want me to do, and I can most likely recreate it. But I'd rather not. If I could get somebody else to do it, or if I have enough money, I'd probably eat out every day. But let's move on. Okay, number 5, and this one's a sewing question. It is, what is your favorite pattern ever and why? I really tried to be creative with this one when I was reading through the questions ahead of time, which I think is cheating, sorry. And I tried to think of something different and unique that maybe no one else would say, but I can't. In all honesty, I think my favorite pattern is McCall 6886. It's such a simple pattern. You could draft it for yourself, really. It's just a bodycon pullover knit dress, but you could hack that pattern in so many ways. I've done a whole post about it on my blog. I think I've talked about it in another video. You can add a ruffle at the bottom. You can add trumpet sleeves, bell sleeves. You can create a crop top out of it, a maxi dress. You could do all kinds of things with that pattern. I added a cape to it once. I mean, anything you can think of that's a stretch knit dress, you can make a modification to that pattern and pretty much have it. So as much as I think that's a boring answer, that's definitely my favorite pattern. And that's all that I have. These are my 5 questions. Again, thank you to Judith for tagging me. It was fun to do this, and this is my first video that I've done where I haven't stopped and edited along the way, so we'll see how that turns out. But go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't. And I'm going to be bringing you a few videos here in the next couple of weeks, hopefully over the holidays. That is my plan anyway. I can't swear to it. You know, you make a plan and, you know, God laughs. So my plan is to do my first tutorial of a pattern hack, to do my recent haul of Simplicity and McCall's patterns and what I plan on doing with each one of those patterns. And I have one more plan, but I don't remember what it is now. So I guess that's all for now. Talk to you later. Bye, y'all.